Okay, this is the last piece of odds and ends. Gina Carano dropped from The Mandalorian after abhorrent and unacceptable social media posts. Brad, did you see any of this?
I did, of course. Yes, I have seen
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, it does suck because I did like her portrayal of that character in The Mandalorian. And she was supposed to get her own spinoff, which I feel like would also have been pretty cool.
Mhm.
Now, for the full statement, you can read it on the screen if you want. I'm not going to say it.
We don't need to read it out loud. We all
I'm
know
not going to
what's
read it
going
out
on
loud.
here. Okay.
Anyway, let's just put it this way. She put up a post on social media comparing the plight of conservatives in America to Jewish people in Nazi Germany.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
So, if
Okay.
anyone was curious what the social media storm and why she was cut from, I'm using MMA terminology, but it's
Yeah,
entertainment.
yeah. It's accurate
Why
though.
she was cut unceremoniously from
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
That's why. Now, Dana White, once again, this ain't the Dana White we know. But actually, in some ways, it is. Because keep in mind, Dana White's last communication with Gina Carano was this bitch is fucking us around, which
Yeah.
was a text he didn't mean to send to Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Then when Gina Carano said, hey, you sent that text to the wrong person, Dana White said, don't believe I did. And then they never spoke again. So
Uh-huh.
they're not on good terms. But you know what gets under Dana's skin more than anything else? Ariel Helwani. Ariel
Yeah.
Helwani gets under his skin more than anything else.
Yeah.
So Ariel Helwani put out a statement. Dana White weighs in. He says, well, I'll get to this. So Ariel Helwani hears about this news. Ariel Helwani says, as a Jewish person, as a Jewish person, um, got to get this out of my way. There we go. As a Jewish person and as a human being, it just doesn't sit well. And I wish she would have never posted that. And frankly, I wish someone on her social media, I wish someone would have talked to her about her social media over the past year. Some of them not even political, just in general, they felt off to me. I'm sorry she has gone down this path. Because actually, I've been thinking about this for a while. I think that Extreme Couture, the camp, has turned into a really weird Trump team
Interesting. That's something I hadn't thought about before.
because she trains at Extreme Couture, Randy Couture, Randy
Yeah.
Couture's wife, a bunch of people who have come out as anti-mask,
Yeah.
anti-lockdown, anti all this stuff. We're not even a political show, but like this is like just when you're organizing people by the thoughts they express,
See, it would make sense though, right? In your
right?
camp, you're in there training with these people every day, especially if you're like your coach, your Randy, right? Your guy that's showing you stuff is all like he's
A
showing you
guy
moves
that
and
you
also
look up
being like,
to.
masks are
Yeah.
bad. Don't get the vaccine. You're probably like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Well, not even that. It's like this is fucking Randy Couture.
Yeah.
It's Randy Couture. All
Yeah.
right. And he's telling me the
Such an
election was
idiot.
rigged.
I
Okay? Listen, what I wanted him to show me that cool technique where he bounces people off the cage to help them fall over his shoulders so he can double leg them better. But
I
before
oh
he
my
showed
God.
me, before he showed me this technique, he's like, "Yeah, and so this is a technique I hit Tim Sylvia with, and and you tumble him over like the legitimacy of our elections. And that's what he's like. I'm just a patriot, just like you and Pat Miletich.
Ugh.
Now, listen, yeah, it's Randy Couture. You're gonna listen to the guy, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, this is what's going on. Now, Dana White, after this statement came out from Hawaii, uh, pretty much just was like, man, that sucks. I really wish she would have talked to someone or like, maybe got a second opinion on that. Um, White used the occasion because he was asked about this. Um, he's like, hey, you remember the bitch that was fucking you around?
Yeah,
She
right.
got kicked off her TV show.
Yeah.
So White used the occasion to take an unprompted shot at ESPN employee of Jewish heritage with whom he has feuded, Ariel Helwani. It's a super interesting dynamic, by the way,
Hmm.
because the UFC is hosted on the same network that Helwani works for.
Hmm.
Um, I really wish ESPN or Disney would have like strong armed Helwani into like covering events in person. Because I mean, like,
I don't
let's
think
be
the
real.
UFC would even allow it.
I know, but I really wish I could see some in-person interviews where he and Dana White just gotta be there. Like they just have to be together.
Ariel's got beefs with everybody. He's beef with
I
Luke
know.
Thomas hard as hell too. It's crazy.
Yeah, but listen, that's a whole other situation. Like, didn't Dana White like choke Hawani?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
He
gripped him
had
by his shirt?
he had his goons rough him up.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then he cut his media credentials completely and all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. White said leave Gina alone when asked about the situation. Listen, we make mistakes. We all make mistakes. For everybody to go in on her, I love how Ariel Helwani made it all about him. It was all about him. Such a douche.
Is easy for like Dana's even for people that Dana has had beef with. If they are on the same political side of the aisle as him, he will ride with them. And this is
So
what this
like,
is about. Gina
so
Gina
like,
gets
of
Gina
course
comes
Helwani
out.
would have something to say about it. It's in the sphere that he covers for a living. It had to do with Jewish heritage, and he is Jewish.
And that shows that Dana White went and watched it. So it's like, why are you watching Ariel shit anyway?
Yeah. So this continues. So instead of being in the Mandalorian, and I'll read this one. Instead, the 38-year-old former mixed martial artist announced a new product where she's teaming up with conservative firebrand Ben Shapiro and his website Daily Wire to produce and star in a new film project. The Daily Wire is helping. This is a quote from Gina Carano. The Daily Wire is helping me make one of my dreams to develop and produce my own film come true. Gina Carano said in a statement released to Deadline. I cried out and my prayer was answered. I'm sending out a direct message of hope to everyone living in fear of cancellation by the totalitarian mob. I have only just begun using my voice, which is now freer than ever before, and I hope it inspires others to do the same. They can't cancel us if we don't let them. Okay, so that is the statement from Carano, the woman who's been canceled, but also got a movie deal. Yeah,
From
okay.
Shapiro.
Okay. So this is the last film. Don't worry, we're not going to watch the trailer. This is just a screenshot of the trailer so I remembered what the name was of the film. Now, this is the Daily Wire's debut film. They have a subscription to the Daily Wire, and when you sign up for the Daily Wire, you get a subscription to their entertainment properties.
Mhm.
This is Run, Hide, Fight. Brad, do you know what this movie is?
Yeah, oh yes, I'm aware of all of this nonsense.
So this is a Die Hard inspired school shooting film
Mhm.
where this young woman survives a school shooting by running, hiding, and then fighting her way out. So this is the company that Carano is now working for. Run, Hide, Fight got such reviews as, to the liberals who ranked this movie, thanks for the tears, I was thirsty. Also, check out that fan percentage, democracy has spoken. Another review from Grayson W. Run, Run, Hide, Fight. It's fine. 3 stars. That's stars.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. 1 star.
Exactly. Yeah.
And my favorite, what all the files were named after. So good. Can't wait for their THERE next movie with Gina Carson.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is, listen, I was bummed to see Gina Carano kicked off, but I feel like Gina Carano is more free than ever, which unfortunately for her and the like public perception of her, that's only going to make things much, much worse.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's a classic. So this is the thing. You look at all the. So it is a 95%. This other movie, Run, Hide, Fight, has a 95% viewer score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
The important thing to remember, though, is that in order to see the film, you have to be subscribed to the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to do these last 2 slides when I saw Deanna H's review. So good. Can't wait for their next movie with Gina Carson. God damn, dude.